Welcome back to Director's Cut. This is HITZ 24/7. James with you tonight. And my first guest for tonight's show is producer of Tino Films, Daniel Tenney. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Daniel, obviously I want to chat to you about your short film, We Stick Together.
Yeah.
It's an Italian-Australian story. Basically, in Italian it's called...
Restare Uniti.
I just wanted you to say that, that's all.
Yeah.
It means we stick together. It's a wonderful short film that you're having the second encore premiere almost. So encore premiere. Can you even do that? Encore premiere?
Yep, encore premiere.
We'll call it that. We've made a new event called
Why not?
Encore
Let's
Premiere.
do it.
You're doing that on Wednesday night.
Yep.
But before that, how did you get into producing films? Because I speak to a lot of actors, a lot of directors, but producing is a whole different thing.
Well, it's funny you say that. I'm an actor myself, and I kind of just fell into producing due to this project, really, because to get the project anywhere, we just had to keep pushing and pushing and pushing.
Yeah.
And before I knew it, I was wearing a producer's hat, and now we've got all these big plans for a documentary and a feature. And so I've really had to just learn as much as I can and very quickly. So
you wrote the film.
I did, yeah.
You wrote the film, you produced it, but you say that you're an actor. Most writers and producers, if they're actors, will write a role in the film for themselves.
Yeah.
But you didn't. Or did you?
In a short film?
In a short
Well, actually, you might not have noticed, James, maybe because I'm such a good character actor, but I was actually in the back of the truck.
In the back of
Frank.
the truck?
That was the other guy. That was me.
Was that you?
That was me.
I saw the film recently. No, I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah.
Makeup does everything.
A lot of people don't pick up on it.
Right.
I think that's a good thing.
You think, yeah. Well, there you go. You had me stumped. So I was right. There's always a little cameo if the producer is an actor and the writer is an actor as well. Look, it's a wonderful short film. Do you want to tell the audience just in a nutshell what it touches on story-wise?
Yeah, so it goes into the internment during the Second World War of Italian civilians, which is quite an untouched sort of story outside the Italian community here in Australia. Around about 5,000 migrants were taken away and locked up in camps. And, they had their freedom taken away. A lot of them were born here or were even naturalised as Australian citizens. Yeah. And they still were taken away, locked up, and it was just the wrong thing to do at the time. Yeah, yeah.
And what got you interested in telling this particular story? Is there something, are you connected in some way, or is it just an interest level?
I am connected. It did start off as just an interest level. But after I started researching, I actually found out my great-grandfather was interned.
Right.
So that kind of inspired me to keep going as well.
Yeah, because the short film is going to go into documentary format and then, fingers crossed, into feature film format down the future.
Absolutely.
With the documentary, you're actually looking for people who have been through this.
Yeah, we are. We're looking for anyone, especially first-hand witnesses that were there, not just Italians either, people that were around that might have seen something or just can tell a little piece of, the jigsaw puzzle of what happened in that day. We're also looking for family and, sons and daughters and grandsons, people with pictures, maybe recordings or whatever they might have, artifacts, things like that.
Yeah, yeah. How's that research going? Because, these people would be in the older age scale.
They are. The guys that actually went through this are all mainly in their early to late 90s.
Right.
One guy we're speaking to in Perth is 103 years old.
Wow.
So it really is a time-critical project, and we really need to get on to it now, which is another reason why we're having the screening, to try and sort of get more interest and hopefully get some financial support as well.
Yeah, excellent. The screening is happening again on Wednesday night. Let's give we'll give the details at the end, of course, as well again, but let's give the details now.
Yep.
So it's happening in Melbourne at Como Cinema.
Yep. So
which is Palace company, Como Cinema in South Yarra.
Yep.
There's no one in Melbourne that won't know where the Como Cinema is.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty popular.
Yeah, I think we're really lucky to get that, and we really have to thank Alicia Zekler and Palace Films for giving us that, and really looking after us.
Wednesday night at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m.
Yep.
Sharp.
6 p.m. sharp.
Got to be there.
That's
sharp,
it.
Right?
Yep.
6 p.m. sharp on Wednesday night. If people want tickets, can they get them at the door? Do they have to pre-book? What's the best option?
There will be tickets on the door if there are any left.
Yep.
But in saying that, for the premiere, there were none left to sell.
Okay.
So we advise to take a look at the HITZ website,
Yep.
and you'll see the film on there, and you can buy tickets through that website. It's www.eventtix.com.au, and HITZ is one word, and Tix is TIX.
TIX. Okay.
Yep.
So www.eventtix.com.au. EventTix, one word, Tix, T-I-X. Very simple. There's also Facebook pages as well, so who isn't on Facebook these days?
And look, just Google us, Google Tino Films, because everything's on that company website. It's got the links to the trailer, the fan page, the Twitter, everything, links to the event. Yeah. Everything will be on there.
Tino, Tino Films.
Tino Films.
Daniel Tenney, producer of Tino Films. We're going to take a quick break, come back, and I want to ask you some questions about the actual filming process of the short film.
Sounds good.
Cool. Welcome back to Director's Cut. James with you tonight, and still with me is Daniel Tenney, producer of Tino Films and producer of a wonderful short film called We Stick Together. It's an Italian-Australian story that's never been told before. In Italian, the title is called Restare Uniti, and he still joins me here. Daniel, you still there? I haven't put you to sleep. No, there he is. Dead air. We don't want dead air on the radio.
Awkward.
Good to be chatting with you. And I said before the break that your film is screening on Wednesday night at the Como Cinemas at 6 p.m. People can still get tickets by visiting eventtix.com.au.
Yep.
I wanted to ask you, where did the filming take place? It's when I was watching the film, it seemed very, country, or in Italian you'd say campagna.
No, it was in the southwestern region of Western Australia.
Because that's where you're from.
I am from Western Australia. Yeah. I'm from Perth, and we filmed about 3 hours south of Perth, in the Harvey sort of area.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful place to film down there. Really photogenic and it was really, really great experience.
How long was the shoot? Because for a short film, it looks fantastic on screen, and there's quite, well, to my knowledge, when I look at it, there's a few elaborate shots there as well, like the chase sequences with the car and the bicycle and all that sort of stuff. How long did that all take to film?
It took us about 6 days of full shooting all up, and we kind of just went down there almost as a whole sort of camping experience, I guess you could say, as a whole crew, and all the actors, and we're all kind of bunked into the Yarloop Hotel, which is this little hotel, which was great. They put us up and looked after us for a good price, and fed us, and then we'd go out and shoot the film. And some of those shots, you're right, they were pretty crazy to do with no budget, basically. We'd be driving out the back of an ambulance with a camera, shooting Frank on the bicycle and things like that. It was pretty I wouldn't say hairy, but it was pretty crazy at points, but we got it done.
You mentioned Frank just there. In terms of casting, was it did you cast a wide net to find a young Italo-Australian boy that was appropriate, or young man rather than boy, that was appropriate, or was Frank Fazio, the lead actor in the short film, something that a person that you knew already, an actor?
Yeah, to tell you the truth, we didn't actually do any casting for the lead role at all. I did know Frank before we did the film, and in fact, even when I was writing the script back in the early stages of development, I actually wrote the script with Frank in mind when I was writing the role.
Right.
Because we knew each other we studied acting at the same university.
Yep.
And I had just seen him in a show, and I just thought he would have been perfect for the role. So I was kind of almost tailoring it towards him. Which worked really well.
And it works in his favour as well.
Definitely, yeah.
Quick, easy job. No audition required.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Oh, that's excellent. Did you audition for some of the other cast members?
We did, yeah. We had a fairly rigorous audition process for the rest of the cast, and I stood in for a few of them and got bullied by the bullies, and threw some bad language around, and had a bit of a play, which was fun.
The short film is called We Stick Together. In Italian, it's called Restare Uniti.
Yeah.
You're doing a documentary, hopefully.
Absolutely,
a spin-off documentary.
Well, we're in production now on the documentary.
Great.
We really just need a few more funds to help us continue.
Okay, and that's part of why we're screening the film again on Wednesday night.
Yeah, absolutely. On
Wednesday
night.
Awareness. There'll be a lot of media there, VIPs. It's a wonderful event.
Absolutely. And we're going to be launching a crowdfunding campaign soon as well through a website called Possible with a Z.
Most of the audience of Director's Cut will know about this website because so many filmmakers, local filmmakers,
are it's an interesting option, isn't it? It's a new kind of thing, and we're going to give it a try and hit up our networks. So that'll be available through Tino Films as well.
Well, I wish you all the best with the short film. I've seen it. It's wonderful. People out there should definitely check it out and support local filmmakers as well. Grab your tickets from eventtix.com.au.
Yep.
Eventtix.com.au. Grab them. They're really not that expensive at all.
No.
Come and support the local filmmakers on Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Daniel Tenney, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good to chat to you.
You too, James.
Best of luck. Bye.